Hey guys, how's it going? This is Autobot JCB here again for a brand new How to Transform video. Before we get going on this video, I want to apologize for how long it's been since I uploaded a video. I decided to just take a step back, take some time off, just kind of focus on myself and a few other personal things. But I am back, I am better than ever, and I've got a whole lineup of new videos coming out pretty soon for you. As you guys can see here, I've got two figures for you. And we're going to be jumping back into Transformers Cybertron today because to show respect for the new Transformers Rise of the Beast movie, I decided that I was going to show you guys how to transform the 2005 Transformers Cybertron Optimus Prime and Megatron. Now, even though they call this one Optimus Prime, I prefer to call him Optimus Primal because Optimus Primal is awesome. All right, as you guys can see here, we have the Optimus Primal Gorilla mode and the Megatron T-Rex mode. Now, if memory serves, these are the anniversary version of the for the Transformer Cybertron line. They are from the Primus Unleashed line, which is kind of a subline that came out after the initial toy release. Now, these are obviously Optimus Primal and Megatron, and as you guys can see here, they both come with their own Cyber Planet keys, and they got these keys from the Jungle Planet. If you take Optimus Prime's key and turn it over, you will see that it has a code D7S9, and Megatron's key has DS9G on it. Now, just like with all the other Transformer Cybertron characters, these guys can use these keys to hook in, give themselves a power boost, unlock some new weapons, and a whole bunch of other fun stuff. All right. And then in addition to the Cyber Planet keys, one other piece that also comes with Optimus Prime is Optimus Prime's surfboard. Why they gave Optimus Prime an actual surfboard that looks like this, I have no idea, but I think it's maybe to pay homage to the Transmetal Optimus from Beast Wars, where he could actually link the pieces on his feet together to actually form kind of a jet hoverboard type of deal. But anyway, we'll be getting into this after just a little bit. So what I'm going to do first, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go over a couple of details these guys have while they're in their beast modes, and then we'll get on to transformation and cyber key abilities. So for right now, we're going to move Megatron off to the side because he's been a bad T-Rex, and we're going to bring in Optimus Primal, or Optimus Prime, whatever you prefer to call him. Now, in my opinion, I think that this is actually a pretty well done design. If you turn him over right here, you'll see that he's got the Autobot symbol on, I guess, the back of his hip. I really wish they would have been able to put the Maximal symbol right here. Just like with Megatron, he's got where's that? He's got the Decepticon symbol on his hip as well. I really wish they could have given them the Maximal and Predacon symbol because of the connection to Beast Wars. You'll notice right here, he's got this it's actually pretty cool detailing on his face. I especially love the scar that goes across his eye. If you turn him over to the back, you'll notice that on the back side of him, this is actually the back panel right here, you'll notice that they they didn't really paint it, but you can see that he's got kind of a jetpack that's laid into the brown paint right there. You see the exhaust ports right here, I'm guessing like the fuel tank right here. And then right here, this piece will actually fold over and actually become Optimus Primal's chest. And then, of course, you turn him over right here. He's got this huge, big gorilla fist right here. I love these. And I especially love that they even gave him some posability with his wrists and stuff like that. And I especially love that they even gave him posable fingers for his feet. So if you wanted to, you can maybe try and find something he can hang up upside down from, or however you prefer to have him on your display. But anyway, so there's Optimus Primal. All right, so we're going to move him off to the side, and we're going to bring Megatron in. Now, just like I said, Megatron's beast mode is obviously modeled after the Beast Wars T-Rex mode. He's got a little bit of mobility right here in the jaw. Unfortunately, mine is actually really loose, so it doesn't really stay up the way it's supposed to. You'll notice that they even added a detail where they gave him his tongue, which is kind of cool. I love the gold coloring that they inlaid with to make him look more biomechanical than just organic, similar to what they did with the Transmetal mode. I especially love that they even inlaid a little bit of purple, similar to the purple that the Beast Wars Megatron actually was. Like I said, he's got the Decepticon symbol right here on his left hip, And if you come down here, he's even got these really, really good detailed claws that are his toes actually move up and down. So you can pose them in a way. And what I like is that when he transforms, these will actually flatten out, become his robot mode feet. And then, of course, he's got the little itty-bitty T-Rex arms, which I think is so funny. You would think with the way Megatron is, he can like give himself like some beefy dinosaur arms or something, but oh well. All right, but anyway, so there's Megatron. All right, so now we're going to get into the fun part, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Megatron and his key off to the side again, and I'm going to show you how to transform. We're going to jump into transformation for Optimus Primal. Now, for Optimus Primal, I'm just take my glasses off. Sorry about that. All right, so for Optimus Primal, his transformation is actually somewhat simple. What we're going to do first is we're going to come down here to his feet, and we're going to actually straighten his wrist and fold over his thumb just like that. Straighten the wrist, fold over the thumb, because what actually happens is these become his arms, and these become his legs when he transforms. So he basically does a flip. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and straighten these just like this. And there's actually a seam right along the edge here. What we're going to do is with your fingernail or whatever you can get in there with, go ahead and pop that open just like that. And then for right now, we're going to leave this open even though this folds in just like this, because what we're going to do is we're actually going to fold that over after we get them all flipped around. All right. So then what we're going to do is we're going to flip these pieces out straight just like this. Now, before we start moving these pieces, we need to actually come down here. There's another seam right in here. Let's go ahead and pop that open just like that to open up the waist panels, whatever you want to call them, just like that. And you'll see that he has that this weird arc piece. I don't know what you want to call it, but this will actually flip around, help you flip him around to actually turn him basically upside down. All right. So now what we'll do is we'll bring this all the way down, and you can see Optimus Primal's head is right there. Just give me a second. Let me adjust the light a little bit. There we go. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring these out, and we're going to bring them off to the side just like this. We're going to get them out of our way. That way we don't have to worry about it. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come right here. We're going to grab this piece. We're going to pop it up just like this. And it's just kind of on a little, on a hinge right here where it's connected here and then up under here. And it just rocks up right off of that. But in order to get that up, make sure you unclip these first. Otherwise you will break these. I actually did that before. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring this part, we're going to go ahead and reach in here, and we're going to flip this panel open. And now what we're going to do is we're going to flip this all the way around. We're going to get these out of our way right here. We're going to bring these back down again just like this. And now we're going to go ahead and push in right here where the waist will be. And that will give us the clearance to flip this all the way up. And we'll go ahead and bring these down just like this. Now we'll take this down, we'll fold the head in, bring that the rest of the way down, and flip this back up until it can't move anymore. It'll actually lay right on top of what was the chest piece. These pieces just say folded out. And what we'll do is we'll fold this in, and as you do, this piece will actually close itself, just like that, and then just snap it closed. All right, and then we can go ahead and turn his arms around just like that. Give him his hands set up, ready to go. Now, unfortunately, you actually have to bring his elbow, turn his elbow all the way around to give him any type of posability. Unfortunately, he does not have any wrist articulation, which kind of bums me out. So typically, what I'll do is I'll just set him up where his arm looks like that, so it kind of looks like he has it partially turned out. Optimus Primal's head is a little bit loose, but that's just because he's an old toy. We'll go ahead and turn this and fix his thumb, get his fingers all set up just like that. And then what we'll do is we'll come down here and we're going to take these knuckle dusters, whatever you want to call them, and we're going to flip them out because those will actually become his feet. Just like that, and just like that. And there we have Optimus Primal transformed and ready to go. And guys, I actually realized I forgot to do one other thing. Give me 1 second. I will be right back because I wanted to show you something you can do with the surfboard while he's in his beast mode. Just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that, guys. What I was saying right before I left is that I forgot to show you a feature that you can do with his surfboard while he's in his beast mode. So I went ahead and got my other Optimus Primal. This one's just kind of one I keep around for extra parts. You'll notice right here on the surfboard that he actually has 2 pegs, and I'm very sorry for this. He has 2 pegs right here on the surfboard, and what you can actually do is you'll see that the hands actually have pegs on them, and you can actually connect Optimus Prime onto the surfboard. Now, why they didn't put these peg holes in on the bottoms of the other feet, I have no idea. Why is this not going in? There we go. Kind of working. There we go. But yeah, what you can do is you can actually, you've got a surfing monkey. I don't know. It's just, honestly, I think it's kind of a funny feature. It just has no stability. I think it would have worked better if they had actually put the peg holes in the bottoms of the on the backs of these knuckles, since these pieces actually cover them up. That probably would have been ideal, because then you could actually have Optimus surfing. But anyway, so there's a cameo by my second Optimus Primal. I'll go ahead and get him out of here. And then one other thing that's actually pretty cool is that, in addition to obviously being able to be on the surfboard, when he's on the surfboard, you can actually take his cyber key, and you'll see the port right here. And when you plug it in, that didn't work. Try that one more time. It will actually make that blade display right there, and it will reveal a trigger, which can then be used to fire the missile off the front of his surfboard. I have to admit, I think that's kind of cool, because he can be a monkey on a surfboard and be flying around shooting rockets from it. But anyway, so there's Optimus Primal with his cyber key and his surfboard. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move him off to the side, and now we're going to bring in Megatron. Now, Megatron's transformation is actually interesting. It took me a couple, despite the instructions, it took me a couple of tries to figure it out. What we're going to do first is there's actually a peg right here on right on the side of his knee. See where I just disconnected it right there? What you need to do is when you disconnect that, you pull this panel out, and it will actually kind of rock out on a little bit of a hinge. You can barely see it right in there. Just rock this down and then bring it down next to his leg, and then go ahead and straighten his leg and straighten his foot. So his foot will look just like that, and we'll get that panel folded down. So we'll come over here, we'll disconnect that pin, rock this out on its hinge, and bring it down just like that, and then straighten his leg and flatten his foot. All right, and there we go, just like that. All right, the next thing we're going to do is there's a connector right in here. What we're going to do is we're basically going to break Megatron's back, so to speak. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to come right here. You'll see a seam right here on the upper part of his chest. Go ahead and pull that apart and split these pieces just like this, and basically turn him into mutant flying Tyranno mode, whatever you want to call it. All right. And if it helps, you can fold them back a little bit farther just to get them up out of the way. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come right here. We're going to take this piece and we're going to flip it up and flip it around. And you'll see that we already have Megatron's bot mode face right there. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come right here and we're going to flip this down and flip this down. We're going to flip them all the way down just like that. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to bring his legs out to the side, and we're going to turn this whole section perpendicular to the rest, and then fold down his legs just like this. All right, there we go. And then what we'll do is we'll flip this over. This will become the shoulder pad, and then we'll flip his head up and flip his head back into its position just like that. And then what we'll do is we'll come over here, we'll bring his arm down and turn it so that way the ridge of the T-Rex tail is facing forward, just like this. And then, of course, just like with Beast Wars, we'll fold his T-Rex head around. And that did not fold around the way I wanted it to. There we go, just like that. And there we have Megatron. Personally, I think that the Beast Wars Megatron is a bit better. I do like that they came out with the special edition, whatever you want to call this one. But overall, I think the T-Rex, the Beast Wars version is better. I do like that, just like with Beast Wars, he can actually still open the mouth. of the T-Rex head, which is kind of cool. And then one other thing I like is that if you look right here, he's got a cyber key port. And if you put his tail, we'll go ahead and put him into a cool battle pose. And we'll go ahead and plug in his cyber key. And that will reveal the T-Rex cannon, which I think is kind of cool that he also has a built-in cannon off of his tail, which I think in Beast Wars, he just had the laser that would come out of the mouth of the T-Rex head. But overall, I think that adding this is actually pretty cool, especially since Optimus has the same thing, a similar gimmick in his surfboard. Overall, I think these guys are an awesome design, and I think that it's pretty cool that, and this does actually fire. The trigger's right here, and it does actually fire, which is good. And then when you want to disconnect it, it just turns right back into his tail. But overall, I think these guys, they did a pretty good job designing these guys. In my opinion, there's a couple spots they're lacking, but overall, I think they did a good job. All right. And there we go, guys. We have the 2005 Transformers Cybertron Primus Unleashed Optimus Prime or Optimus Primal, along with Megatron. If you guys have any other ideas for other Transformers you'd like me to try and do, feel free to comment below, even hit that like and subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and I will do what I can to help you out. And like I said, I'm back doing videos. I'm gonna have a few coming out in the next couple weeks. But if you guys, like I said, if you guys have any ideas, let me know and I'll see what I can do. And until then, bye.